You are about to experience the Corpse Cast. We would advise any listener who may be ill, pregnant, or of weak constitution to reconsider listening to the show for fear of an onset of health issues related to encountering bouts of pure shock or fright. For those who wish to continue, just remember to avoid fainting. Keep repeating, it's only a podcast. Only a podcast.
All right, everybody, welcome to episode 394 of the Corpse Cast. I'm Mike, and you know who we have over here?
Oh my God.
So, okay, this came to me yesterday. I watched Masters of the Universe. Remember that? Remember the cartoon when you were a kid? I loved it. I loved it so much.
It's my life, dude.
Dude, back then, I would do chores all day to get like $5 to go get every stupid little guy. My mom would take me there, and she wouldn't buy me an extra one. No, she wouldn't be like, oh, let me double it. No, she just made, so I had to slave away for those guys. But
you're like, if I want Fisto, I got.
No, I was going to say, there was a guy there that reminded me of you.
Oh, yeah?
And I'm not going to describe, or I'm not going to explain why, but it is Fisto. So, Fisto of the Corpse Cast, welcome, Matthew Wall. How are you today? I'm going to, you know what? You're enjoying this way too much. I'm going to beat your ass for doing that whole thing. I don't know.
My arm back, and it goes.
Just like this. Just like the action figure dude.
Wow, dude.
So, dude, this episode though, by the way, it was kind of a stupid movie, but it fed into such nostalgia that it was really fun. But
I haven't seen it yet.
it's stupid. It's so stupid, but it's fun. So it's like whatever.
All right.
Anyway, so we're talking about, and I've called this, and if you are a fan of Marilyn Manson, you might recognize this, but I'm calling this episode, This Is the New Shit.
Oh.
By the way, I love that song, and I don't care. I know you're not supposed to like Marilyn Manson anymore, but
why?
Wasn't he mean to a girl or something? I don't know. I don't follow.
I don't know. Mechanical Animals is one of the best concept albums of all time.
Dude, you know what's funny is even his new stuff coming out is really great. And I'm just like...
You mean his new shit?
This song actually came out like back, and now it's one part of his old shit, but yes. But Say what?
What song?
This is the new shit.
Oh, I know that song.
Oh.
This is a good song. That's new.
Off his new stuff? Oh, what are those? I'd have to look them up, but I listen to it all the time. I just put it on.
Yeah, the last of his I listened to was that like David Bowie thing he was doing.
He's got way better stuff, dude. Let's see.
The Thin White Duke or whatever the hell he called himself that time.
Oh, I thought he was calling David Bowie that, and I'm like, yeah, that actually makes sense.
That's what. Oh my God, is there a fucking bee in my house?
Oh dear. So We Are Chaos, by the way, from 2020s is amazing. What Assassination Under God is amazing. The Pale Emperor, are you serious?
A Pale Emperor, that's what I was.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good too.
And even a lot of the old stuff. I mean, the old stuff is his classic stuff, right? But anyway.
Very shit.
But so we're going to be talking about Backrooms and Obsession today, both from 2026. I feel like maybe both you and I needing a little palate cleanser from doing all these deep, dark, foreign, whatever.
Yeah.
This is going to be the first episode where everybody can hear and actually understand the trailer.
Oh my gosh. Don't watch the trailers, guys. Just go in raw.
Oh, ew. That's what Fisto would say.
But I hate watching trailers. Going in knowing absolutely nothing. But I will say, if you've already seen these films, watching the trailer could give you a nice remembering. So when we're talking about the film, you know what we're talking about.
Do you know what the irony is I hate watching trailers before I've seen the movies too. And yet I still put them in all the shows.
Yeah.
In all the podcasts.
We're assuming that people have seen the movies.
Well, and typically we talk about movies that are 40 years old, but these ones are like not even 40 weeks old. So anyway.
Minutes old.
Dude, don't even get me started. I'll beat you. I could say 40 seconds, and then we could keep going, and that would get stupid as shit.
Yep.
But it seems to be something that I'm okay at.
This is the new shit.
So, do you have anything to report? By the way, I want everybody to go to YouTube/@MattWall to go. Like I said, Renaissance man, ultra talented artist. His brain and my brain are so different because he looks at things and can see the beauty in it. He looks at things and can see what makes it like why it's better because of the look, maybe the feel, maybe the atmosphere of it. It's a true artist. Me, I just kind of look at it and I'm like, I can't even see your tits. What are we doing?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, me and Mike have had many conversations about even the beauty of the penis.
Oh no.
And Mike can't see it. And I'm like, that's because your eyes are closed. Just open your eyes and
Of course he roofied me and he groomed me that whole day. I was like, why is he being so fucking nice to me all day long? Brings me to his house and he slips one in and he's like, I want you to look at my penis.
Well, he's giving me candy and asking me into his starve.
But he's a very hirsute man. So it's like he has a hirsute penis.
Yeah. Sometimes you can't even see it.
By the way, I learned that because I watched Masters of the Universe last night, and Skeletor called Beastman hirsute, and I had to look it up because I didn't know what that meant.
Oh, you didn't know that was a term you could type into the hub?
No.
Oh.
No, okay, no. Okay, I didn't think about that, but no offense to you, creep. It does not shock me that is a word that you associate it with typing it into the hub. Okay. Oh my gosh.
There you go.
What the heck? Anyway.
Yeah, please go look at mattwallart.com. I have a new couple chapbooks up on Etsy called Sessions of a Man Whose Everything Exploded. You can check those out. Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? And it's not like deep, but it's serious. So sometimes I'll get on, I'll just look at YouTube, and I'll be like, oh, he's live streaming. And I don't know if it'd be weird if I hopped on. Would it be weird if I because I'm like, he's just doing cool art shit. And he knows that I just want to support, and stuff like that.
But the time, if I'm honest, I've been doing live streams more than videos lately because I've been having a hard time with my computer.
Oh.
So it's easier to live stream than it is to record a video, save the file, edit the file, upload the file. And
gotcha.
So a lot of times I'll be going on a live stream and I'll go on there to talk about writing or art or something like that. And then we just start talking about normal everyday shit. And then eventually I'll get to the art stuff. Yeah, if you like that kind of shit, definitely swing on by.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because I can't talk art, but I can talk, hey, what's up, bro? That's all. That's what I'm saying. I would feel weird. I've almost done it a couple times, but I'm like, no.
Don't do it. Don't just lurk.
Okay. Yeah, that's creepy, bro. I'm trying to be hirsute about it. Isn't that what it means? Like, I learned that word yesterday, and I feel like I already forgot the chat. Yeah,
that was very hirsute of you.
That's exactly. It's very hairy of you. All right. So here's the thing. I want to start the show. Now, this is a little bit different. I mean, I'll do an intro, stuff like that. But I want to start the show this time by maybe something that doesn't quite mesh with the topic of the show. And I feel like since we're talking about something new, it's no better time than right now, right? But let's talk about 2026, being a horror fan in 2026. Like, I feel that we are living in the best of times, for a few different reasons. Obviously, like I said, it doesn't have to do with with today's topic, but there is so much stuff that's available. And creep, like, take a stroll down memory lane with me.
All right.
Okay, so I feel like, I wasn't there since the very beginning where, the old school stuff, but I've been around to see so much technological upgrades and updates, stuff like that, right? I mean, first of all, we had TV, right? Nothing really that much on TV, as far as is horror movie stuff like that, but you could go see it in the theater, right? But the problem is if you had to see it in the theater and you couldn't get, I mean, that's the only place you could see it, like,
Yeah.
especially in the very beginning. But then a little while later, I mean, it would go to cable or VHS, but cable, you had to set up your time, you had to wake up at 2 a.m. And I had to sit by the TV and put my hand on the off button. So if I heard my mom in the kitchen upstairs, I'd have to hit it and run to bed, right?
Yeah.
So that wasn't very easy. And VHS was fine too. It got a little bit better, but still, it's like there was such a limited amount of things. I mean, you were basically like ruled by what's at your local mom and pop, and eventually, your Blockbuster and your Hollywood Video. Anyway, we did some tape trading after that, and it was kind of, I mean, we got a little bit more availability, but because it was people who lived in different places, who had different things in their local video store, but we had to watch them on shit, like fifth generation, like videotapes. It really, sometimes it almost wasn't even worth it, right? And I swear that some movies I caught the last time I saw them, it would be on like a fifth generation thing, and it would be like it's a whole different movie now that I could see what's actually going on. Anyway, now today, okay, we've got streaming services. They're all in, not all, but they're all in HD. They're all on demand, and some with commercial stuff like that. We also have, these boutique labels like Severin, Vinegar Syndrome, Mondo Macabro, Synapse. All these things. And it's almost like we have a problem making a choice, right? Now that's the thing. So that's number one. That's the number one reason why we are in a golden age of horror. But the thing is, I think that we are in a golden age of horror right now that we haven't seen a film creation of artists creating horror movies. And tell me if I'm wrong. That hasn't been this fertile since the 1980s. Okay. Like, I mean, the 90s were fine. In fact, the 90s had a ton of great movies, right? But you get into the 2000s and, maybe later 2000s, the 2010s up there, it was kind of a little bit of a desert, in my opinion. There was some stuff, but it's right when I started podcasting around 2008. It's like I watched so many movies that were coming out that just weren't. I don't know if it was because technology was getting cheaper, so we had more movies from people. I don't this sucked. I don't know. But the thing is, I feel like right now we've had maybe the best 5 years in horror movie creation in a very long time, potentially since the 80s. I mean, and that's where today's topic comes into. We got two movies, both small, tiny budgets, both. I mean, not that box office necessarily says how good a movie is, but in this case it does, in my opinion. Both have hit over $300 million, even $400 million at this point. But the things, I don't know, do you think I'm crazy, or is this kind of something that I'm not the only one that thinks that we've been going through a thing lately?
What I would like to know from you is if you can give me a top 10 list, and you don't have to do it right now, but if you can give me a top 10 list of the best horror movies that have come out in the last few years. Because I don't know, because I always feel like horror films in general are a representation of society at the time in which the film was made.
Sure.
So when there is a lot of social unrest or things happening in the world that don't make a lot of sense, that's usually when the best horror movies come out. And not just the best horror movies, but the movies that connect with the viewer.
But doesn't that make sense? I mean, listen, I'm not saying that. Let's be real. And since 2016, shit has gotten crazy. It's gotten. I mean, this has been 10 years, right? It's gotten so bizarre to me. If you would have told me in 2015, 2026, all this stuff would have happened, and this would be okay, and this would be normal, and this, and all this stuff, I would be like, shut the fuck up. No way.
Definitely on both sides of the fence.
Oh, and the funny, yeah, the thing is I'm not saying I'm 2016. I'm not saying, it's Trump. I'm not saying, I'm saying that he has something to do with it, definitely. But I'm not saying that the backlash to him and all this stuff, and just the unrest, it's just so nuts.
I also think that the films need to be a few years behind because of just how long it takes to make a film
Right.
out.
Right.
So there is that to like throw in the wood chipper with everything. But with all of that said, is this the best time?
Well, in the
There are things like, I mean, one of the reasons why Obsession did what it's done is because of the use of new media and the marketing that it was able to do.
for sure.
And I feel like there's a lot of films in the studio system that don't understand how to do that. They think they do.
Sure.
But they don't.
Well,
And go ahead.
I say, but if you think about it, both of these movies had their start on YouTube. Dudes doing YouTube videos, and now with Backrooms, the guy's name Kane Parsons was actually making. Like it came from a creepypasta, which inherently is an internet like urban legend type of thing, right? The thing is so that started there. Somebody picked it up after this idea had been, he's like, oh shit. So he proved it with his idea. Whereas the director of Backrooms, he was like a comedy, how come I can't comedian? My gosh, how come that was so hard? But he was a comedian, and he did all this, he gained cred from there, and so these two movies didn't come from like the film schools, didn't come from UCLA or USC film school. They didn't come from knowing people, oh, it's not who you are, it's what you know. Natty's cool. But it's like,
This is a too natty problem.
but you see what I'm saying? So it's like, this is a brand new thing, and they made so much money that maybe I guess you could say YouTube has saved horror filmmaking in a way. I don't know if it needed saving, but I like to be dramatic to get them clicks.
You need to be dramatic because this is a dramatic fucking like world we're talking about. But the problem is that especially since COVID, the film industry has been kicked in the nuts.
Yes.
And they don't really know how to fix anything.
Right.
And especially with me, dude, when I was making movies before, I can just call fuckers up and say, dude, let's make a movie this weekend. And people would fucking show up. Now you fucking tell somebody, hey, we're making a movie this weekend. Okay, well, I'm going to need like 10,000 to like show up.
Really?
Yeah. It's just like the
What
way
do you think changed?
I think what changed is the economy is shit and nobody could afford to fucking live. And so everyone's like, well, I need to get whatever I can get or else nothing's going to happen. But the people who still have that like John Waters mentality, that Ed Wood mentality of we're just going to do something until it happens.
Mm-hmm.
So the people who get that to happen. But I think ever since COVID, like a lot of the dreamers and shit, at least in Hollywood, had to move home. And Hollywood isn't everything. And I know that I don't know where Kane Hodder or whatever the fuck this
Parsons.
back. Yeah. I don't know where the fuck he's from. I don't know where fucking whatever Obsession guy's from.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are somebody, I don't know. It's just the whole mentality of how to make things happen are different. And the youth mentality is do whatever you can do whenever the fuck you can do it.
Right.
So it's kind of like one of those things where the people who would have been making shitty fucking VHS recorded redneck zombie fucking movies in the 80s and 90s aren't even trying to make movies anymore. And they're on fucking YouTube shit. So that mentality moved to YouTube instead of the system because the system's fucking jack shit. I have a fucking thing that's optioned right now and it's just like sitting on someone's desk somewhere just waiting to hear if anything's going to happen. It's just like a bunch of dumbasses trying to lead the blind. I don't know if that's how that works.
That's exactly how that saying goes, by the way. No, but that's interesting too, because YouTube, it's cheap, well, it's free to upload, but it's cheap to produce a video, stuff like that. But how many people actually create like narrative stories as opposed to dumbasses like me who will just put out, hey, I'm going to talk about this movie because it's what I love. And the thing is, it's weird because I've never really had, I've wanted to be a musician before, but I've never really had an inkling to be a filmmaker for some reason. But I've always loved.
There's a lot of people on YouTube who make shorts.
Are there? Okay.
I mean, not like short videos like that, but like short films.
Yeah. Okay.
There's tons of them. The problem is that most creative people have no fucking idea how to market fucking anything.
Dude, I have that same problem and I'm not creative.
Nobody knows about anything you're making. And the way the algorithm on YouTube especially is changing, now YouTube is focusing more on retention in the sense that, hey, you watched this video before, so you're going to like it if I show it to you again.
Right.
You watch it again. So most of you who like YouTube probably notice that most of the shit coming up in your feed, especially in your shorts feed, are shorts you've already watched, things you've already seen before, because YouTube's like, oh, you liked this before, you'll probably like it again. And in 6 months, YouTube's going to change it again. So like, we never know how to get on top of shit.
Right. You know, what's funny is I have a video that got over 30,000 views in like, I mean, no, I didn't do any advertising for it, with 30,000 views in like the first, I don't know, month or something like that, right? And then I have videos that'll have like 98 first month, you know? And it's like, I'm like, quite frankly, I don't give a shit because I like doing it and whatever. But it's like, yeah, so you got to keep on top of them. I don't know, man. It's, yeah, that's not my job.
The people who know how to market and know how to use the internet and shit like that to get people to know about the shit they're doing are always going to be better than the people who don't. And it doesn't matter what your idea is. The problem with Hollywood and the studio system is that there's way too many cooks in the kitchen and they don't know how to streamline marketing to the right audience. And that's what they've been trying to do ever since the internet happened. And they fail and they fail and they fail and they fail. But hopefully with how this is working out, I don't know, the whole thing's going to change. And I'm not trying to be like the sky is falling and shit. Because like good shit finds its way to get out there. I don't know. There are plenty of things out there, and this is probably a good time to do it. But if you're doing it for money, this is not a good time to do it, because you have to be at the right place at the right time, and then the money will come.
Right. And I wouldn't know what that is, as far as I don't know what the right place or the right time is when it comes to videos or YouTube or anything like that. But
well, you give Schwillo, and then that's open, and then money falls from this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm getting $1 billion. I don't give a shit. Tell somebody to love me, you pussy, and just get. All right, why don't we do this? Why don't we go ahead and take a quick break here? Let's play the trailer for Backrooms, and then we'll come right back to talk about it. Cool.
All right.
I found something in the store.
Okay. What did you find?
The place. I found a place.
Hello? Anyone there?
Look, I know how this sounds, but you gotta understand, it's massive in there.
I'm not saying I don't believe you.
Okay, I'm gonna come back here with proof.
All right, you feel me?
Yeah. Follow my lead.
Clark, what is this?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I've been here every night since I found the place, and I still barely scratched the surface. All right, just take it slow.
Oh my God.
Pull me up, pull me up, pull me up! What do you see?
All these rooms, this place builds them. It's like a maze, it just goes on and on. Sometimes I'm scared I'll get lost.
Clark, can you hear me? I don't understand. What is this?
It's beautiful. Am I right?
Hello?
All right, everybody, we're back, and you just saw the trailer for Backrooms from 2026. We talked about it, directed by a guy named Kane Parsons, who actually began making his horror shorts on YouTube while he was still in high school. And that irks me a little, because I thought I was going to make it big in my high school band, but that never turned out, you know. Here's a kid living the dream. He's probably still like 20, but whatever. It's funny, this is his debut feature film, picked up by A24, and you know, one of the what do you call those? The elevated horror like kingpins in all of filmmaking or whatever. But even though, you know, what's funny is they've got like some awesome movies. You know?
So did A24 only pick the movie up after the movie was made, or did they see the shorts and then give them money to?
I don't know, actually. I wonder if there's some kind of a trivia fact on that, because no, I don't know, but it's like, so because there's 4chan thread 2019. Let's see. A24 discovered Kane Parsons online, loved the idea of his The Backrooms 2022. So they pitched have him make a movie. It was put on hold for a while, but I guess basically, yeah, they found him. They liked the idea, and so they're like, "Hey, bro, why don't you come do this for us?" Because I guess there was a short, and it was a whole series too. In fact,
Have you watched the shorts?
no, I've seen like highlights from some stuff like that, and there's some like, I mean, just think about though. I mean, we'll talk about what it is and what's going on there, but if you think about like just the potential for multiple episodes or multiple sequels just going on with different people finding the back rooms and different monsters in the back room, stuff like that. Anyway. Okay, so this started Chiwetel Ejiofor. Would you help me out there, please? Because that's hard.
Me?
Chiwetel Ejiofor. Dude, I love this guy. He was in Doctor Strange, The Martian. He actually won he's nominated for Academy Award for 12 Years a Slave. But man, he rules in Serenity. He's that calm British guy who kills dude with the sword. Anyways, I loved it. Renate Revisive. Why am I so Rainsive? Why do these people have such asshole names, bro? I'm sorry. Anyway, and she played the actual Clark. Chiwetel played Clark, and she played his therapist. And anyway, runtime hour 50 minutes. Biggest opening weekend in A24 history. Just so you know.
Fuck up.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh my God.
It's crazy to me. Anyway, so let's go ahead and let Matthew do what Matthew does best and talk a little bit about just go through the plot. Shall we all just enjoy it? Let's do it.
Okay. Well, after the really cool slugs of all the fucking companies making this,
Oh my gosh.
little tiny what is that, a CRT?
Yeah.
Looking video. Somebody's running through something. It's kind of scary. A seagull's in there for some reason. He's freaking out. We're in this wild okay, if you guys are not familiar with surrealistic painting or Salvador Dali or anything like that, you should definitely look into it, because a lot of the like look of this movie, I feel like, comes right out of that. And so if you dig the look and the visuals, I don't know, I think a lot of it comes from that. And I think a lot of what we're going to be talking about is kind of like a Jungian psychological dream state kind of shit. But anyway, so these rooms just go on forever and they don't really make sense. And then something happens. And then we go through all of these weird ass fucking things with the therapist as a kid whose mom's a nut job and like lost her house. Yeah, totally. Like that movie, was it with Ashley Judd?
Oh yeah, no, it was with Dana Barrett from Ghostbusters, Sigourney Weaver, where what's her name? Where that singer was like, she's agoraphobic, and that country singer or whatever was playing a bad guy. Am I thinking about the right thing?
Well, you guys know what we're talking about. There's newspaper on windows.
Mm-hmm.
And then so we're digging through her mind and her past. And then Clark is also a pirate and a sultan who sells furniture out of a shitty warehouse. And he has 2 employees. One is this girl that I've seen in something else recently, and I can't place it.
Let's see.
But she's awesome. And the guy has no eyebrows, so I can't trust. And he has like midriff shirts.
Yeah, well, it took place in '90, which was still kind of a hangover from the '80s. So that's when all that stuff happened.
This take place in '90, or is this the first video that we saw get filmed in '90?
This took place in 1990.
Okay, then that's cool. So he's still late with his midriff shirts. He's like, I don't know, that's like 6 or 7 years.
No, yeah, I'm with you. I agree, but I'm just like, it's not weird. Well, it's
like Nirvana's out and this motherfucker's dressing like it's Friday the 13th too.
Yeah.
The fuck. Anyway. So like what ends up happening, this Clark guy is going to this therapist, and this just like really solidifies my whole theory that all therapists are really fucked up, and that's why they get into therapy, because they feel like if they could fix other people, they don't need to fix themselves.
Yeah, that's solid.
Yeah, solid. I still think everyone should go to therapy, so go to therapy, people.
Just don't trust your therapist outside of therapy.
Do not fucking trust your therapist at all. Anyway, so he's like, man, I'm losing a lot of money. Like, what the fuck's going on? And the electrician guy, who's been in like 1,000 movies, shows up, and he's like, oh yeah, I think, well, he's like, where's your, what, this is what I don't understand. The electrician already went through the fucking place, and he's like, yeah, you're fucked, man. And then he's like, what do you mean I'm fucked, man? This sucks. Lights are flickering. And he's like, oh, well, why don't you show me your breaker box?
So why didn't he go to first?
Yeah, why wasn't he at the breaker box when the whole thing started? So obviously, Kane has never talked to an electrician in real life. So they go down and they see the breaker box. And like another thing, if this guy wants to realize why he's like struggling with his furniture store, it might be because he has a scary basement that he tells people there's more furniture down there.
Dude,
it's like a table and 4 chairs.
It looks, that is the weirdest thing. It looks like you go down the stairs and it looks like your friend's house from growing up, where they just have a big like living room downstairs. And it's just sparsely I'm just like, that is a bizarre doing it for this warehouse.
Yeah, do not let people in there to try to buy furniture.
No.
They find that these switches are kind of weird, and it looks like they were just slapped together, and they can't figure anything out. Clark's wife kicked him out of the house because he's a fucking drunk, and he's not an architect. He's a pirate and a sultan.
He's a fucking architect.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, so one day, all the lights go out, and he sees this little strip of light.
And he's living there, by the way. I love it.
Yeah, he's living there.
I totally would.
The light is somehow coming through this like opening in this void, and he goes in, and now we're in the back rooms. And the back rooms go on forever. There's never an end to the back rooms, and things are fucked up.
Real quick, let me just explain the back rooms real quick. It's smoky yellow, right? It's got the hum of those long lights that were those crowds. Yes, and it just looks like, I mean, they put this together, right? You can see.
Yeah.
You could no clip through a wall into the most boringish, like I mean, in the beginning, like you look at it, it's just like some boring, gross set of rooms, right? But you'll start noticing that there's a little bit fucked up shit, right?
Yeah.
There's like, but on in the first scene, you're like, what the hell is this? That it's like all of a sudden like a like a couch will be half in the ground, in the carpet, whatever. It's just ugly.
This is the problem, Mike. It's kind of like you've never seen a dog before.
I was gonna say,
Tell you what a dog looks like, and then I ask you to draw a picture of it.
yes,
That's
exactly
what
right.
it's like.
Can I give you one of my horror beefs, the horror culture beefs, and it's sometimes somebody will say a word, okay, and then the word's appropriate, totally appropriate for what's going on. And but everybody will use it to a point where it's just like, would you shut the fuck up?
Yeah.
Like horror adjacent. This is an example of one, right? This is horror adjacent. Now it's like, just don't say horror adjacent to me, horror guy, because I don't know. I know I'm just tired of that word because of who uses it. But one that right now is huge is liminal spaces, and it's like the spaces in between. That's just kind of its thing. But so this is a liminal space horror movie, and there's no better word to describe it. It just irritates me. I don't know why. Maybe I'm an old grumpy man. But
So when people say it's a literal space,
liminal
space movie. So it's just something that they heard on Stranger Things, and everyone.
This kind of, maybe not Stranger Things, but like they heard somewhere now. Everyone is just like saying it like, oh, look at me, I said liminal space or something. Anyway, sorry guys, this is just old man yelling at the sky stuff.
Okay.
But the thing is so there have been times in my life where, for instance, I used to run this land center, right? This old shitty, like we got this old shitty room, like a business thing, and we set up all these computers and these just old, but in this old like just set of buildings. But the thing is you could go upstairs and you could like pop through a window upstairs, and there would be these abandoned spaces like that. Just, I mean, like one of them, like the floor was concave, but it had like a checkered floor, and there was a big mirror on the side that was all busted up. So all stuff like that. So I'm just thinking, so I see this and that's exactly what it reminds me of. Like this kind of place where you're really not supposed to be, that have been forgotten. And then, oh, by the way, there are things in here that are hunting you, more, maybe, potentially, maybe they are, maybe they're not, but they're scary. What are they and why are they here, type of thing. So, that's kind of the thing.
So as you're going to notice as we talk about this, the more we talk about what happened in this movie, the less we're going to like it. I don't mean to speak for you, sir, but if you start really unpacking this, like, this is going to make less and less sense.
Okay.
And if you are someone who does not like plot holes, I don't know if this is the movie for you.
Well, let me ask you something. Okay, so let's take a moment and talk about plot holes. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about plot holes about the Backrooms, because I'll just bust it out. Okay, sorry, spoiler. You already watched the trailer, so you've seen the whole thing already, right? But I don't know if there can be like a solid plot hole when these Backrooms can be interpreted as so many different things, and I think it exists as multiple things at once. Does that make sense?
Sure.
So, I mean, let's talk about like some of the perceived plot holes.
Okay. Well, if we are to take because I just watched the movie and finished it before we started. So I haven't looked into any of this and what anything's supposed to be. But if we are to take the idea that the company who discovered this place used to make MRI machines and now they don't, and they're just trying to figure out what the fuck this is, it is safe to say that MRIs, being like 3D imaging of your brain, have been collecting data and images and thoughts. I mean, not even thoughts, but just data and images. And then the images that they collect end in this place.
So I don't see it like that.
Okay, so what do you see it as?
So yes, there isn't there. Okay, so okay, so this is how and you can, I don't know. I haven't read other people's or like their unpacking of it. I don't know what they think it is, but here's kind of what
First thoughts.
yeah, this is like I didn't even read the IMDb. I've not read any kind. I mean, I read through it just to get some of the, just the facts for like the intro, but I didn't read any like people's reviews, anything like that. Cause why?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I feel like okay, so first of all, it's coming from a young person's brain, right? So
Like a young meaning child or
no,
young-
no, like I'm talking about the movie itself, like Kane Parsons, guy who made this. So I'm looking at it as if from someone who has not necessarily brain rot, but who is so close to video games and that kind of meme culture and it's, what are they called? Creepypasta, stuff like that, right? So I'm looking at it and I'm trying to think, okay, this concept came from this guy. And I'm thinking about it, and it's like, yes, okay, this company used to make MRIs, whatever. And yes, this imaging stuff is very connected, more or less, to what they're finding in this in the Backrooms.
Okay.
But what I kind of thought it was is it's kind of, and I don't know how it started. Maybe it had to do with, and I don't know exactly. I can't tell you how the MRI like it affected this exactly, right? But the thing is it had something to do with that. It created this void, right? Where people's distorted memories live, kind of, And I'm thinking to myself, because I mean, if you think about it, you have memories from a long time ago. Now, they don't necessarily have 3 sets of eyes and, whatever like that, right? Like some of the beings down there were weird and just distorted, But the thing is your memories aren't what really happened. Like most of the time anymore, right? I mean, I don't know. It's funny because for instance, like there will be experiences I'll talk to my buddy about from high school and I'll be like, dude, and I will totally think I remember. It's like, no, this is what happened in this. I'm like, no, that's bullshit, man. No, like for the last 30 years, I've been thinking this is how it went and, whatever. It's all perception and it's all memory and it's all how your perception affects the memory. And these embody it somehow, become embodied through some kind of a, I don't know, magnetization of an MRI bullshit. I don't know, but but the thing is, it's so like high concept, like it's, and if you're, I mean, like the plot holes to me is like, there's not really like a ton of plot. I feel like this is so much atmosphere. I mean, the sound, the look, the gross yellows, but all the sound is crazy to me because it's like, it's creepy. It's like part Silent Hill, part like Twin Peaks almost sometimes, And so then you're going through, and with Twin Peaks, you're like, why is this person acting the way this person is, right? And just a bunch of weird shit. And I feel like it comes down to that. That's what the movie is. This isn't, hey, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. Let's lay it out and then we look for plot holes. I feel like it's just kind of a concept of atmosphere and whatever. Anyway.
If we're looking at this as just an atmospheric thing, yeah. And the way the rooms are set up and how some of the rooms just like kind of go into a dark corner.
Yes.
Don't really make sense and all this other shit. That could be like a very good visualization of how we try to remember our dreams.
Well, I think about homes, and that's true. Think about homes that were built when we were kids, the homes that we lived in when we were kids, right? They're not the cookie cutter things that they are now. There was weird little like we had, I mean, it's like kind of old, like we had a hall that went down into like the dirt, basically. We have you have weird, like they don't worry, like now homes don't have like weird things coming out of the ceiling just to take space. And I don't know if there's like I don't know, air conditioning tubes up there or whatever you call those or anything like that. I don't know what's in those, but I don't know why they're shaped like that. And I feel like that's kind of like what these are. It's 1990 movie, and you're looking, and there's a room where it's like you can squeeze through a little part, like it's a hall, but it's only like a foot thick.
Yeah.
And these are, I have dreams like that where I can't quite fit somewhere. And I feel like that's kind of all this is too.
Totally. And So then it's like, okay, so is this like a dreamland? Is this not a dreamland? I think the problem and the other thing too, like when you have someone with like 3 sets of eyes, like if you've ever made a copy of something or if you've ever moved in an MRI machine, weren't supposed to, like you're going to get like jittery
Makes sense.
did. And so if this goes back to that being a thing, then a lot of the weird shit like that, where you have like your faces sideways, could be from just like moving.
I didn't think about that, but that's actually a great description.
But the other thing about this that I don't get is if the first video we see and we kind of see something that looks like what ends up being the big scary monster in the movie attack the first guy. And we know that guy had a bag and we know that Clark found the bag. So if Clark is going into this room for the first time, how is the monster that Clark knew nothing about? How is the monster the manifestation of his commercial persona?
See, and the thing is maybe it's not that. Maybe the dude that from the company saw something different earlier. Maybe it's just some kind of I don't know, it's the cliche, oh, it's whatever you fear the worst. And maybe Clark is upset because he's in this dead-end job selling furniture as a Turkish pirate, or something like that. So and see, this is what I'm saying. There's so many maybe it's this, maybe.
But the problem we're going to have, because this movie did so well, is that they're going to make sequels of it. And the sequels, because of how Hollywood does shit, you have to explain the shit that happened before. And they start explaining it, half the people watching the movie aren't going to like the explanation.
And I absolutely expect that.
Returns. Yeah. And so it's just like, it's really fucking annoying that that's going to be a thing. Because like, it would be fine if this movie, like, I wish that guy never said, like, yeah, we used to make MRI machines.
Right.
Like that line was important for the movie. Okay. Or else it wouldn't have been in there, because it was such a fucking, oh, wow, this is a thing. So it's just like trying to make a rational explanation for what's happening. And the guy's like, well, I don't even know what's happening. I go in there every day, blah, 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 blah. And I don't know. So like, I don't know. I feel like the more this movie tries to get uncovered and the longer we go, the worse the outcome's going to be, to where we don't care. And I was also pissed when we saw the pirate guy.
Yeah.
Things are scarier when you don't know what the fuck it is.
But I mean, maybe it's important that we understand, or that we can kind of translate that into, this is Clark. This is how Clark, I don't know, kind of sees himself. I don't know.
Yeah.
But there's something going. Obviously, there's a connection to Clark, because this is
at the end of the movie, we see that Homegirl has a replica of herself in this thing now. We see that there were missing posters for the other 2 people. The other thing I don't get, like, when Clark put the camera down and he could hear his coworkers, his employees, through a wall, and they said they could see him, he couldn't see them. They were alive at that point, even though like we saw at least one of the guys get pretty fucking brutalized.
right.
Okay. But then later, when Clark has discovered that he can eat these people and everything,
Which is, how do you come to that conclusion?
yeah, how do you come to that conclusion? And then he fucking, I guess the girl coworker was in the fridge.
Right.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things in here that are like, I think, weird for the sake of weird, and we're never going to get an explanation.
But the thing is, I wonder, okay, so I don't know, maybe Kane Parsons has this. This is why this is why time and space does not exist in the back rooms. This, it only seems linear because you're there, but I don't know. Maybe the thing is I don't think that if he were to sit there and explain it all out, right? I think that right now, because I did like this movie. I thought it was great. But I think the reason that I did is because it was easy for me to say, I don't know how to interpret that. I don't know. This does not make sense, but it is basically this guy is kind of a survival horror thing. He's, and they both come from this weird place. And whereas he's finding this, listen, my life sucks and everything's falling apart, blah, blah, blah. I found a home here.
Yeah.
And then you see the doctor come in and she's like, I need to get the fuck out of here, for whatever reason. And then she becomes this, whatever, right? Who knows what? I just think it's a good survival horror type of thing. Maybe it's existential because I think that has to do with like why this large Turkish pirate or whatever is so scary to Clark, or why he could, or maybe why he thinks he can reason with it, because maybe it's like, but see, it's always, I can't tell you what's going on. I could tell you maybe, or maybe this is how I interpreted it. But the thing is when it comes down to it, I don't know if I wonder if even Kane Parsons could do that, right?
Well, I mean, obviously, the fact that the main girl is a shrink, and this is like, I feel like if anyone read a bunch of like Carl Jung shit, like you would be able to fucking figure out what a lot of this means. Potentially, but like her being a psychiatrist is like kind of like a giveaway on that. A lot of the things that look like dolly paintings, like you have your mirrors and your furniture that like get stretched out and go through.
Right.
There's sand in a living room when there shouldn't be sand in a living room. Little fucking things like that. Doorways that kind of go up into little tiny squares. Shit like that. Like this is very surreal, and I don't want to psychoanalyze this shit because I don't think I'm going to know the answers to it, but it's like I would have rather the movie not have the scientist people in it.
You know what? I agree with that.
Cut that out and just have the rooms be the rooms.
I don't know why they added that, actually.
Well, that's why I was asking.
Does the MRI machine, they had to somehow get that in there? I don't know.
I'm talking about it because like if this was just something he was doing on his own, I doubt that shit would have been in there. But if A24 said, hey, we like this concept to make this a film,
Could be.
At the end of the film, you have to have a reason as to why this happened, because that's how like movies get made.
Well, it's not even a reason. It's just kind of an idea. Take this idea and let people come to their own conclusions about what that reason is.
But your own conclusion isn't going to work because they're going to make a sequel and they're going to fuck you in the ass with.
Well, but for this moment right now,
come back here 3 years from now.
Even though time and space does not exist right now, we still have what I think is a great example of just the atmosphere, the ugliness.
This is what I'm going to say. The things that this movie nailed and did so well. The set design was fucking amazing. Everything in this movie looks absolutely unbelievable.
Genuine.
Expect anything else from an A24 movie.
Right.
This looks the part, and it's so good. Everything from her beat ass office with the fucking accordion doors.
Yeah.
Like this thing just looked fucking great. So like absolute all the hearts in the world for the look of this movie. The sound was amazing.
I think the sound is what really took this from to wow, okay. I can get behind this.
The set design, even in the back rooms, was so fucking cool. Like everything about the look of this movie and the sound of this, everything except the story. And like we can argue about story or like not even argue, but like debate like what things mean.
But we could deal with blue in the face and it don't mean shit.
Doesn't mean fucking anything. That's the whole thing. So like if you want to see a movie that is going to kind of blow your fucking mind and like you just be like, what the fuck just happened? This movie is an experience. So I suggest everybody watch it. Whether or not you're going to like it, I don't know. But the experience you have when you watch it is going to be worth seeing the film.
I feel like you're also pre-mad for the sequels. I feel like
pretty mad about this. I'm pretty mad about the Obsession sequels. And we haven't even started. Nope.
But no, the thing is that
bullshit, dude, and they're gonna fucking do it. It made way too much money for them not to.
it made way more money than anybody could have possibly dreamed it would have made. So, and that's what's crazy about it. And you're right. That's exactly why. That's exactly why it's going to happen. But the thing is right now, right here, right now, it's like, I am okay with having this experience and being what the fuck while having this existential dread as I'm watching the movie. So
I cannot wait for Backrooms 2 to come out and let's do a fucking episode on it. I cannot fucking wait. I'm so excited for that.
I'm going to have to have you come over and be really nice to you and give you some candy and let you stare at my dick for a while before you get into that, or else you're going to not.
Ask me into your car. Like, hey, cute boy. But yeah, so like I don't know. Like, I feel like the more I think about this movie, the more thoughts I'm going to have about it, obviously. But like, also like the more time that goes by, certain things are going to stick out to me. I don't know, dude.
I'm totally okay with not talking about how we interpreted this, because like you said, it doesn't mean shit.
But this is what I don't want to have happen. If this turns out to be like Lost in the polar bears, where they were just like, oh, we thought it would be cool.
I don't watch this shit. I don't watch that shit.
Okay, so basically the idea is in the first episode of Lost, there were fucking polar bears on the fucking island.
Okay.
And they kept saying, we're going to explain the polar bears. We're going to explain the polar bears. And then the finale happened and they didn't mention the fucking polar bears. And then it came out in the writer's room that they were like, well, yeah, we just thought it would be weird. And that's why we put it in there. So
you know what the thing is, do you put that past a kid in high school?
What?
Do you put that past? Oh, let's just put this really fucked up. Let's put that in. It's just cool and weird. No, I don't put that past them at all.
Like the seagulls.
Yeah, like that's exactly right.
Is that going to fucking drive me crazy? The cardboard cutout of a caveman that has like voices of people speaking different languages.
Right.
Like, is any of this going to be fucking explained? Is any of this going to be talked about? Like,
I wouldn't hold your breath.
Yeah, probably not. Jesus Christ, Mike, don't tell me not to hold my breath.
Well, because I don't think. Well, the thing is, what would be worse? Okay, what's worse? Him never explaining everything or whatever. And let's pretend there's never a sequel, right? Okay, let's like, at least for now. What is going to be worse if like nothing ever comes out about it and you're just left with your brain and whatever, or they come out and explain everything, and it's never going to be good enough because you have this experience watching this movie where it was so unique and so bizarre that I don't feel like any explanation. If he were to go down the list and say, here's why there was a seagull, here's why there was that caveman cutout, here's why there was a pool in the thing, here's why, there was a bunch of chandeliers coming down from the top, and here's why it's not going to be good enough.
No. And like, how is this guy who was scared of everything suddenly buddies with the big pirate guy and everything's fine, but now the big pirate guy is like, I'm going to eat your fucking neck out.
Yes.
Like,
yep.
The fuck?
There's no possible way to please. The thing is
I just one who was in the back rooms has a copy of themselves in the back room. So does the guy who fucking interviewed her at the end and he said he's been in there every day. Is there a copy of him?
Is there one weird copy of him for every time he's been in there?
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Like, it just, oh my God. I don't know. It's just, I feel like there's so many, I don't know.
I liked it, but I'm not getting hung up on these questions, and I'm just letting things go because it's the only way you're gonna like this movie, because there's no rhyme nor reason, no logic. I think that there's just so little logic that connects all this tissue in the movie.
The thing that pisses me off is that I think the guy who made it thinks there's a logic to it.
I'd be interested to hear it.
That's exactly it. And if he's smart, he'll never fucking open his...
He should never. No.
His fucking mouth shut and keep it just... Because as soon as he starts talking, everyone's going to go, this was fucking stupid.
But quite frankly, even if he comes up with something kind of cool, I'd be like, this dude was born in 2003, for instance. I'm not gonna fucking listen to this asshole, you know. So as I know, I don't know if I would. So yeah, it was cool. But it's so funny because it's like this is produced by like James Wan, Sean Levy, Osgood Perkins, people who are it right now in horror, you know. And it's
that was Atomic Monster, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So again, was this made after? So they were a part of it when it was being made, and this wasn't just a distribution deal.
No, well, it sounds like they saw his short in his web series and got him to come in and do it. So I mean, if you're asking if A24 or whoever could have had some interference, yes, I think the answer was yes. That the timing would line up for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I love the sets, dude.
And I love the sound. Like that sound is creepy.
I want to put my thing in these sets.
It's a large if you're going to get any friction.
Yeah, and then then there's going to be doubles of them, and they're going to be running around with like fucking 3 eyes and shit.
And then I can actually reach into it and pull out some fluff and eat your dick. Sorry.
Yeah, I thought it was rice.
It just looked like fluff to me with like some honey in it.
Then that's another thing. He's like, yeah, you see, like it's just like copies of each other, like furniture.
It's like,
and I'm like, what? Like that's so. Fuck what?
Well, it's like, yeah. I mean, remember he sat down on that chair making the cartoon or the commercial, and it fell apart. Then he goes down there, and there's this huge throne of that chair.
Yeah,
it's just
like he was like kind of broken and half in the dirt.
Yep. I don't know, man. I cannot tell you. But yeah.
But hey, down here, there's a bunch of laundry, and it stinks.
And it has my shirt that I was wearing the other day. In apartheid.
Fucking hell.
All right, why don't we do this? I know you need a break after this, and this one seemed very taxing on you. So,
glad I watched it.
I liked it a lot, quite frankly. All right, we'll be right back. Here's the trailer for Obsession. Enjoy.
For men.
Have you ever actually like flirted with Nikki?
I'm gonna go get some shots.
I'll come with you if she means this much to you. And I know she does. To say, Nikki, I think we should grab a drink sometime.
Nikki, wait. I was gonna ask you,
What?
I lost my train of thought.
Hi.
Good night. What else?
Why?
One wish, Willow. You only get one wish. I wish Nikki Freeman loved me more than anyone in the entire world.
I love you so much. A love only the branch of a willow tree could conjure.
It's weird how you two are dating all of a sudden. Like super dating.
I think Nikki is going through something.
Like what? Is she okay?
No.
Jeez, what kind of spells you put on her?
Nikki? I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you! I was calling to see if there's a way I can cancel a wish.
I'm sorry, we don't really do that.
So she's just stuck like this forever?
Well, yeah, I mean, as long as you live.
As long as I live?
All right, everybody, you just saw the trailer for Obsession from 2026. Facts. The director is Curry Barker. It's funny because he, like we talked about, he's a creator on YouTube, but he was a comic on YouTube. And a lot of his stuff is actually pretty funny, including, yes, it's actually,
Okay.
I mean, have you seen what he looks like?
Is he the main guy in the movie?
No, he's just some some dorky looking guy with blonde hair and blonde eyebrows. So it's like he just kind of looks weird.
Oh, he's the guy with the camera in the last movie?
Yes, no, he's not. But what I'm saying is, so he's just kind of this normal looking guy.
Awesome.
And he was in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Even he's so funny on YouTube that he got a part in that. But yeah, so he got into a couple horror shorts, made Obsession, wrote, directed, and edited the film himself. So there you have it. This starred Michael Johnston as Bear. I'm going to tell you why I loathe him, and it's not for the reason you think, but I loathe him personally because this is... What?
Is he Mormon?
No. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Why would I hate him if he's... I love Mormons. Come on.
Well, I think it's you love him.
No, I said I hate him.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, I hate him because he's weak, and he's like this, I can't talk to girls. Just shut the fuck up. Okay. It also starred Indy Navarrete, who, by the way, made this movie. Andy Richter. Who
the fuck was he?
He was Sarah's dad, who owned the guitar company.
Oh my fucking God.
Yes. And yeah, he was just in, by the way, that was the same guitar store that was in Wayne's World, by the way, where you can't play Stairway to Heaven. Yep. Anyway, but we also have Megan Lawless as Sarah, and Cooper Tomlinson is, I can't remember his name, but he was cool. So this was released May 15th, 1 hour, 48 minutes. It was produced for about $750,000, earned over $400 million. Okay. So like I said, both of these movies were crazy. I don't know. I can't remember what Backrooms budget was, but it made over $400 million too. So, and it was A24's highest grossing movie. So both of these are crazy. Both of these are huge money makers, and maybe that's why we chose them. All right, Creep, it's your turn. Let's go down the plot synopsis, and let's just not be afraid for plot spoilers. I feel like because $400 million of people saw this movie, so I think we're fine.
Okay, first off, I do want to apologize for how much shit I put on Backrooms.
Dude,
it's an enjoyable film.
You know what? You don't got to apologize to anybody, okay?
I don't. But like after being around the cuck that is Bear in this movie, I feel like I need to apologize for every thought I've ever had.
By the way, that's exactly why I do not like Bear.
No.
Okay,
this is also why you don't like most people of the world, because he is what most fucking dudes are now.
I do not hang out with dudes like that. I don't really. Anyway, okay, you're right. Maybe the youngins.
I don't hang out with anybody.
Well, I hang out with my wife.
Well, I know. Okay. Anyway, just joking around, guys. So here's the deal. Bear is in love with Nikki, and we find out way too late that all these people work together, and that's the only reason why they're all friends.
Right.
Nikki wants to quit her job, which makes Bear freak out because she wants to be a writer. Sarah is trying to get into an art school, and his friend Ian, who looks like, I don't know, Andy Richter's love child with John Candy.
Probably is.
Yeah.
Except for somehow kind of skinny fat.
Yeah. It was weird. These people all work together, and that's the only reason why they're friends, which makes a lot of sense because there's no way in hell any of these two girls would be hanging out with these two dudes.
And that is definitely true. But let me ask you, there's a deeper problem with this. Who the fuck hangs out with their work people? Like, because if you're gonna make friends, maybe at a small company like that, but do people hang out with their work people like at a corporation? No, they should not, because they're gonna turn on you. And yeah. And you're going to hate them. You're going to have drama. Do not hang out with work. They're not your friends, folks. That's a little bit of advice for you.
No, that's some Michael Scott shit. If you've watched The Office, you know that. See, this is why you're having a fucking hard time with this right now.
Oh,
this is pretty normal behavior.
It's stupid.
But the problem with this thing is that this guitar shop is way not busy enough to have this many employees working together all at the same time.
I agreed.
Never happened in a million years. I worked at a very big guitar shop when I was like 18, and there were only 2 people working at all times.
All right, so let's notch that is Creep's first plot hole, and we're gonna expect him to blow up towards the end of the discussion. So, all right, we got it.
Okay. So anyway, he Bear wants to bang Nikki, and he's sad. He doesn't want to bang her. He wants to marry her. He is in love with the idea of Nikki, but I don't think he really knows who Nikki is, other than the fact that she is maybe more naturally beautiful than Sarah. Because Sarah has a lot of shit in her face and tries way too hard to make herself look cool.
She in her face.
Yeah.
I love it.
I don't know. I used to love girls with a lot of piercings and shit and tattoos, but I've just seen way too many girls with shitty tattoos and dumb piercings that now I'm like over the whole thing. Anyway, so Bear says to Ian, hey, I'm going to tell her. And Bear's like, don't do that. That's fucking stupid. You're an idiot. And so he's like, okay, I won't. But Nikki calls him and says, let's hang out. Oh, wait, I lost my crystal necklace. It fell in a storm drain. And he's like, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll buy her a new crystal necklace. And he goes to the store looking for a crystal necklace, talks to the store person, and then he's like, oh, Nikki would hate this. She just lost her fucking crystal necklace. Why is she
hate it?
Hate it.
I thought you had the same thing.
Crystal fucking necklace, you dumb fuck. Then anyway, so instead of buying her a crystal necklace, he buys himself a One Wish Willow that he's originally going to give to her. Now, what the One Wish Willow does, it's a piece of willow stick. You make a wish and you break it. A song plays when the box opens, and then you get your wish.
Yes.
So that's the fucking deal with this shit. He goes to fucking tell her.
What's his wish, though? What's his wish?
He hasn't made his wish yet.
Oh, okay. My bad. You're right. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of you. I could feel the intensity growing, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, because I almost feel like she wants to say something to him. It could be a lot of things, but okay, we're gonna tell guys how to talk to girls after this, but let's focus on the
watch Bear and do the opposite.
Yeah, definitely do the opposite.
I'll be a bitch.
Watch Ian and also do the opposite. Because I'm really fucking tired of douchey guys trying to give douchey guys advice on how to not be a douche, because it doesn't fucking work. But if those things didn't happen, we wouldn't have a movie. Just like if Gilligan was dead, there wouldn't be a TV show.
So, you know what? That would be sad.
Yeah. Okay. So she gets out of the car, whatever. And he's like, I wish that Nikki Felderpants loved me more than any other person. It was the stupidest fucking way to fucking word a wish.
Right.
It's the fucking stick. And then instantly Nikki turns into a weird serial killer.
Right.
And she's like staring at him in the shadows. And now, because he made this wish, the other thing that comes with this wish is that light never shines directly on her face. She's always in the shadow somewhere, for whatever fucking reason. Okay.
I think it's a stylistic.
Yeah, very stylistic. And then she comes back and she's like, oh, my dad's dying of cancer. I don't know if she lives with her dad. Nobody knows who her fucking dad is. She has a porch. We don't know if she has a house, you know? And then she's like, oh, definitely, we need to go back to your place. So they go back, and then she's like, I need you to sleep with me. And then he lays down with her, and he's like, oh, this is great. But then she keeps having these weird freakouts, and he doesn't understand it. She's like, what am I doing? Oh my God. No good. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, let's make out. And he's like, okay, this sounds fine. So then all this shit happens. And then his coworker's like, this is really weird. And Ian, we find out, is mad kind of, because he has been slipping Nikki the D every once in a while. And now he can't do that because she's living at his house.
Right.
Then we find out that Sarah is
these people aren't your friends.
No, they're not your friends. Sarah's kind of into Bear. And, but for whatever reason, I don't know. It doesn't fucking matter.
You know that's the one part that bothers me. Okay, let's talk about Sarah. She's cute. Okay, especially for a dumb motherfucker like Bear.
Oh yeah.
Okay, it's like he is the spindliest little skinny. I'm hunching over, and I've never, I can't talk, and I hate him. I hate him in this movie. I love the movie, but his character being so. Just so passive and so scared of everything.
Yeah.
Irritated me to no end.
If you want this movie to never happen to you, all you need to do is communicate. Like, this was since we were talking about Lost earlier, and I know you didn't watch it. One of the problems on Lost, and the only reason why the show was able to move forward, was because no one on that show ever fucking said what the fuck was going on. They would keep shit to themselves.
Gotcha.
Keep shit to yourselves, things get bad.
Well, and not only that, but it's like, remember, so you're talking about the time when he dropped her off at her house and she walked in and he cracks the thing, right? And then she turns into the, by the way, that change in Nikki, the actress, did such a great job, even starting subtly until she got crazy later. But the thing is it irritated me because they're sitting in the car and she goes, wait. Trying to say that, by the way, Sarah is interested in you, type of thing, right? But he doesn't. He probably knows that, but doesn't care. But then she's like, "Oh no, if you like me, you need to tell me right now." And he's like, "Oh no, why don't you get some balls?"
He could have saved his wish. He could have got $1 million. It's like either Nikki was gonna fucking go, "Yeah, I'm into you. Let's do this," or she wasn't.
Right.
And then he could have fucking done anything else he ever wanted. Anyway. Doesn't even fucking
matter. Yeah, but he didn't know it at the time. Anyway,
he didn't know it at the time.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my God. This guy doesn't know shit most of the time. So like there's this like montage of things going great for a period of time. And then things don't go great because she keeps bouncing back out of this thing.
Yes.
So this is getting
out of this wish
type. Out of this wish, which doesn't make sense because if it's a wish, the wish shouldn't fucking come and go.
I don't know. I don't think it's that. I don't think that. I think the wish works in a specific way, and it's not like the wish comes and goes. I think the wish is that the wish Nikki takes over, and the normal Nikki is stuck inside and only is able to communicate from time to time.
What's the problem with this theory, though?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the $1 billion.
Yeah.
Where did that $1 billion come from? Is that $1 billion going to kind of zip out and then zip back in if like the people where that money came from? Because there's only so much money.
But why are you treating $1 billion like it's a human being?
Because a wish.
Right. But see, you're trying to put logic on this again.
Yeah, because he called the number and he's like, "Oh, do you want to talk to Nikki? She's right here." And she's like, "Sorry, kitty. Sorry, kitty. I just freaked the shit out of my cat." Anyway, so there is this place where the like back rooms of the wishes go.
Right.
And the guy who answers the phone is the guy who manages all the shit that's happening in the back rooms of all these wishes.
Right.
So if that exists and that's the place, every bad side or reverse side of any of these wishes have to go there. I didn't fucking make them put this fucking bit in the fucking movie. It was it made it very interesting, but it also opened a lot of fucking questions.
Sure.
Okay. So whatever. So that fucking happened. And then like, I don't know, she's freaking out. She's pissing herself. She's shitting on herself. She's fucking duct taping doors shut. She cooks a cat and puts it in a fucking sandwich for some reason. Motherfucker, dude, I don't know. If you're worried about your girlfriend, you fucking open the bread and you look at what's in that.
Right.
And if you can't identify what the fuck's in that, you do not put that in your mouth.
Right.
Like just stupid shit. Right? Tell me.
I mean, listen, here's the thing. Basically what happens is she becomes more erratic. She becomes more desperate, right? And he's getting more and more freaked out, which makes her more erratic.
Or desperate.
Because he's freaking out. I think it's because he's freaking out and pulling away. Or maybe because this is obviously a monkey's paw retelling type of thing, right? Maybe like be careful for what you wish for. Maybe this is a degenerative thing, and maybe the $1 billion would have gone away too. I can't explain the $1 billion. You're right about. I don't know what to say about the $1 billion.
Okay.
Maybe continually, and she wants everything to be perfect, and he's just kind of like, "Oh no, you're freaking me out. Oh no, trust me, I don't think you love me as much as I love you." And he's like, "Yeah."
He said, "Don't be fucking weird."
That's why she got more desperate.
No. She shouldn't be getting desperate. if it's like The Wish.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's the thing. The thing about The Wish, the way The Wish was worded, if he would have said, I wish Nikki Fuckface was madly in love with me.
Right.
I could see her being a fucking lunatic. But him saying, I wish Nikki loved me more than anyone in the world.
Right.
And then she's like, oh, I have to be fucking crazy and stupid and out of control.
Well, okay, so the one thing that you're forgetting in this whole equation
is that it's a movie.
No. Well, yeah, but she's a woman and women are crazy.
Okay. that is a very what's the word I'm looking for here? I'm trying to save
astute.
I'm trying to save you. No,
I'm not trying to be saved, brother. I stick by it. I will double down if you want me to.
It's a very astute hirsute opinion.
Very.
Yeah, I don't fucking know, dude. So I don't know. She's fucking crazy and she's getting more crazy. And it might be because the real Nikki is trapped in a phone somewhere. But anyway, the guy on the end of the phone says, well, you have to die if you want her to not live anymore, which makes absolutely dick sense. But whatever.
I think it just cuts the contract. It's the contract.
And then he just wants people. And he's like, he goes to the fucking, after she kills fucking Sarah, which
by smashing her face, by the way, was cool.
Yeah. Like, and yeah, no, it was cool. But then he's like, okay, yeah, like I'll fucking do this. And then when he takes her to the ER, the ER doesn't even look at her and we don't know why. Like there's no audio on this. Right. Dude, do you know how many times I've had to take a crazy fucking woman to the fucking ER and the ER's like, yeah, we'll take her.
Wait. You're just about to give me a hard time for saying women are crazy. And then you go on 2 minutes later to say, you know how many times I have to take a crazy woman to the ER?
Yeah, because I said a crazy woman, not a woman in like.
No, they're all crazy.
Okay, yeah. See, I just think I end up with crazy women. So that's a different thing. But dude, ERs will fucking take.
Yeah, they will.
Anybody, especially if they're fucking that job of blood coming out of it.
Yeah, no, they will.
Dude, they 5150 motherfuckers like fucking candy, dude. Like that is not a fucking hard thing to do. So that kind of pisses me off that like for whatever reason, like an orderly actually came out of the ER and talked him out of taking her away.
And then what it costs?
It doesn't cost shit at the ER. You fucking bill later, dude.
Right. Okay.
It's not going to go to him. He doesn't have any fucking ties to this chick.
Okay. Yeah, maybe you're right.
Anyway, so moving right along, as someone who's spent a lot of time in ERs, I obviously know this shit. Anyway, so then she's like, oh, you have to help me get rid of Sarah's body. Why? So he's going to get rid of Sarah's body. He takes her somewhere. I have no idea what they're doing with this body. But then when he comes back home later, which we'll talk about in a second, Sarah, for some reason, is like naked and spread eagle on a fucking chair.
Yeah, right.
Which was awesome because it was the most hirsute shots of the whole film.
By the way, why don't I remember them taking Sarah's body anywhere? Because, I mean, I don't remember, but if they did, that means that I'll tell you why that Nikki wouldn't got it. It's because she knows that he was sad about Sarah dying. And so she wanted to make herself look like her. I guess I don't know why you would need the body for us.
She like drew a bunch of tattoos on.
Yes. Yeah. And she put makeup on and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. Whatever. I would just think,
why do you hate everything?
No, I don't hate everything. I want to like fucking everything.
Yeah.
But just like don't piss and shit all over yourself. And
yeah, no, that's a good point.
Like I'm not trying to be funny, but this movie hit a little too close to home for a couple reasons.
You know what? That's it.
Yeah.
That you say no more, because to me this was a thing of fantasy.
Yeah.
It was okay.
This was
because I don't think all women are crazy, which that was just a joke.
My first wife named Nikki.
Oh shit.
Didn't fucking need that shit.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then I don't know. I'm not gonna say that the actress of this film looks and acts a lot like my ex,
but
looks and likes.
I was just gonna say, but bro, she does.
Okay, so moving right along. So he goes to the fucking store, and this was kind of like a cool bit. He's like freaking out. He's like, "Where are the One Wish Willows? What the fuck?" And the guy's like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "Oh my God." And he's like knocking shit over. And he's like, "No, I'm fucking with you. They're right here." And so he's like, "Oh, why would you do that?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Dude, you're like covered in blood. What's wrong with you?" And he's like, "Well, how do I get a wish?" He's like, "Did you call the number?" And he's like, "Yes, I called the fucking number." And he's like, "Can you make the wish for me?" He's like, "No, I already have my wish."
Right.
So like, what was his wish? Like,
$1
what?
billion.
You think his was $1 billion too?
Why would he be working there if it were? Like, why would anybody wish for anything except for $1 billion? Except for if you've ever seen what's it called? Sorority Babes in the Slimeball Bowl-orama, you know that those wishes don't always they are fleeting.
Wow, that was a deep cut, bro.
Huh?
Yeah.
You don't remember the guy got all this gold and then it was just like whatever, it just melted or some shit. And
Yeah. So now you make sure when you wish for $1 billion that it's $1 billion that won't go away.
he just wished it for gold. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe all those his $1 billion turned into $1 billion hairs. I'm bringing that one back, by the way.
So anyway, that part was awesome. And so he takes the fucking stick and he's trying to make another wish. He can't make it. He goes back and he goes to Ian and he's like, "Ian, like, I need you to make this wish." And then this is where we're talking about. Before Ian says anything, he's like, "I wish for $1 billion." And then money's just falling from that.
I loved it.
And he's like, "You piece of shit, motherfucker."
No, it's like, you know what? No. Here's the thing. Okay, let me tell you why Bear is a fucking asshole for this, okay? Number one, okay, he not only, he made his wish fleetingly, right? He's like, crack, you know, not thinking it's going to happen, right? But when it happened, and he called in to the what do you call it, the customer service or whatever, he was going to still not give Nikki back her free will. He was like, "Can you just lessen it a little bit?" You know, and it's like, whatever. But he's like, "No, it's either on it."
He knew what was happening. I didn't think he knew that there was a part of her trapped in a customer service.
It doesn't matter. That does not matter. The thing is she is acting in love with him because she cannot make that choice for herself, because it's obvious that she wouldn't have made that choice for herself because she wasn't already in love with him. And so at first he was like, let me just dial it down a little bit, you know? And there's like, you know what? Fuck off, man. That's still, he eventually says, "No, you get rid of it." The guy's like, "Nah, I'm just joking. You can't get rid of it." But you know what? Even dialing it down is not allowing her free will, you know?
Yeah.
So whatever. So he gets himself into this thing, right? I mean, he didn't know it was going to work in the beginning, right?
Why are you hating this movie?
No, I'm not. Listen. No, I'm hating the kid. And I'm going to get back to the $1 billion, okay? So I'm hating Bear because he's like, now he knows that. And now he's like, he's had a little experience with it. He's like, "Oh no, this is going bad." And he still doesn't want to get rid of it. Like in his heart, he doesn't want to give her back, you know, to being her. But the thing is now, but it sucks that now he's in this situation and now he gets mad at his friend for wanting $1 billion. Listen, bitch, I'm taking $1 million. I'm not wishing for you to get out of a problem you caused yourself. And the thing is, I wouldn't have given him a hard time until he thought he had the chance to do the right thing and did not.
Yeah.
So fuck this guy, and he's a giant douchebag who can't get chicks. All right, cool.
Yeah. So then Ian, for whatever reason, goes back to the house after Bear goes back in, and him and he sees the fucking mess that homegirl made. Ian comes in the door and then she fucking shoots him. So does $1 billion disappear?
I don't know, because I think they were a little bit, I think if he would have, well, I mean, if it didn't end up the way it ended up, I would have been going over to his place and trying to pick up all that billions of dollars.
Because honestly, if I wished for $1 billion and then I tried to leave that money to my daughter and then I died and then the money disappeared, I'd be pretty pissed.
I'd be bummed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, these are all the details, the technical parts of wishes that none of us are privy to.
I'm going to wish for more wishes.
Can't. But you can't do, haven't you seen?
I didn't see anything on the box that said you can't wish for more wishes.
Bro, how about, I mean, haven't you seen that one X-Files where that guy got a genie and he all of a sudden had a boat that he lived in because he was too stupid to wish that the boat was in water too?
Dude, what if you wished to own the One Wish Willow Company?
Well, you only get one anyway. I don't know. If you own it, do you get more than one?
I don't know. They're all yours.
Yeah, but once he purchased the second one, it became his property. He still couldn't crack it.
He couldn't crack it. But then you know what happened? He was going to shoot himself and he couldn't do it. So then he like ate a bottle of pills and then he heard the crack in the music.
Yep.
And he was all happy because Nikki, who wasn't Nikki, made a wish. This is another plot hole. Made a wish that he was in love with her. And so he came out to fall in love with her, but then he was like puking up his guts because he took too many pills. And then
I totally missed that part.
What part?
You're saying Nikki cracked one.
Yeah.
Where'd she get it?
He dropped it when he came in and saw the house.
Well, I thought, so did he get 3 total?
When the camera panned down,
I missed it.
A broken stick and his body was falling.
I missed it.
In front of the table. That's why he was all, hey, baby, hi. And then so he died and then she snapped out of it and was like freaked out that, whatever, that like she had just murdered a bunch of people and was a fuck up with like stabbing herself in the face with a broken bottle and the whole fucking thing.
Yeah. Well, how do you come back from that?
Yeah.
You don't.
I mean, her life is ruined.
Oh yeah. All because this piece of shit.
That he was the one who killed all these people. That's what I would do if I were her.
Yeah.
And he was trying to make me this woman that he murdered earlier.
Right. Oh, that makes it. Yeah. I like how you hate all the plot holes, but you're really good at tying up loose ends when you're trying to get away with murder. So that makes sense.
You know what? This is also why my exes hate me when I try to tie up all the loose ends. They're like, just leave all the fucking plot holes, asshole, and leave me alone. And I'm like, no, we can fix this.
So all these little things that irritate creep aside, I think that this didn't lend itself to having like amazing sets or anything like that. This was just normal everyday, hi, we're at a bar, hi, we're at your house type of thing.
Yeah, which I love. I love like single location films, and this had more than single. But I also like hate this idea that like, oh, these people have part-time jobs and could live the way they live. And I know everyone lived with their parents or their grandma died and left them a house and all this other shit.
Right.
It's just like, come on, guys.
But my point of this is I think the music in this also was a little creepy. It was also a little Twin Peaksy in this. And I loved that it did that, and I love that it worked. And it's not exactly the same as it was in the Backrooms, but I like that it worked in both kinds of movies, right?
You know what else I liked? If you like the lighting in this movie really felt like It Follows.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That really stuck out to me. And there was a lot of warmth in the set design for like every single place they were at.
That's because people lived at these places, or it was a hangout place.
Just like the earth tones.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like the sets, like they were like very brown and orangey, and it just kind of gave you a very warm feeling, which is very Twin Peaksy since you got that. But the only place that didn't have that was their job. Their work was like this horrible fluorescent nightmare.
Well, that's because the work sucks. I know. Anyway, sorry about the Blink 182. I could not help myself.
Oh, bring it.
I have to say one thing though, and I think that this is why I like this movie, and I will always like this movie. I feel like Indy Navarrete as Nikki brought everything possible that she could have to make this weird, to make her seem crazy. I know that there was probably some like backwards walking stuff like that was, camera trick stuff like that. But just the way that when she was what was it? She was I don't know if I can't remember if she was reading it or if she was just saying the poem at that party where he was going to kiss the girl and whatever.
Yeah,
she brought it, dude. She this whole thing is like, she was scary, and it's crazy that she went from this normal girl, whatever, and then at the end she seems so like, not what was it, like unhinged, but like, what's the word where it's just like all of a sudden anything could happen. Like, I would watch her and be like, you know what, something's gonna happen, I don't know what it's gonna be. Turns out it was like running back with the flower pot in front of her head, or watching him sleep all weird and just do a bunch of weird stuff. And she did a great job with that, man. I think that's what really takes this movie from.
Do you remember what she said when she walked backwards?
No,
I couldn't make it out.
yeah, I don't know. And I watched it with subs on, so I don't even know if.
Yeah, the subtitles weren't telling me shit. I did too. But yeah, that I was like, oh, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
I don't know.
He was horrible.
I hated him.
Yeah.
Like this. I mean, if Nikki wasn't played by such a great actress, his I mean, I don't love the Terrifier movies, right? But they have the little brother of the screen or of the final girl in there. That's just same kind of sniveling little, dork, whatever. I hate that kind of character. It's so pathetic that it just irritates me.
But the reason why this movie did so well is because so many people can relate to that character, which is fucking disgusting.
As I say, that makes it worse.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I cannot relate to the character, and not because I'm so freaking cool or anything like that. It's just maybe I got some balls. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but his sniveling little, not have the balls to be like, yeah, I don't like you. Of course not. Whatever. And just his inability to just like stick up for himself when nobody's putting any pressure on him to lie.
And then when she takes her shirt off, he's like, oh, I better turn around. And it's like, bro, oh my God.
No, it's too late. It's too late. The reason you're in this mess is because it's like he's trying to be the nice guy, but also he's just a creep. He's a sniveling creep, I guess, is the bottom line. It irritates me. I don't know. Am I going off? I like this movie too. I just think that
Ian was fucking tapping that.
No, I thought about that too.
I do not see how that ever happened on any planet, anywhere. Like, I just saw him like, okay, this maybe should work.
He's just a weird dude. He's not like a horribly ugly guy, but he's just this weird skinny fat like this kind of a dude that I don't know. He's hard to explain. It's just he's more confident than Bear. I'll tell that. I'll give you that. But
yeah, confidence fucking does it. Hey, and guess what? She gave him a rock that gives you confidence to be a food critic.
All right, that's right. And he still was a piece of shit, but
he held that rock when he tried to kill himself.
I don't know. I really like the movie. Maybe
the rock gave him the confidence to be a coward. So
could be. No, the thing is, I feel like my extreme hatred for this guy and how great she did, my extreme love for her performance and how she was acting. Maybe I liked it because it brought up a lot of these strong feelings, and I'm like, not like feelings, not like weird, I need to talk about my feelings, but just it evoked, this I don't know, these things to me that were just like, maybe made me feel strongly.
Yeah. And what I will say is that this movie ended probably the only way it could have ended to make you not hate the movie.
Right.
Because yes, someone could have made a wish that nothing ever happened and we go back to a happy ending and everything.
But we've seen the heart of Bear. Yeah, he can't go back.
Yeah.
They can't have that guy out there anymore.
No. But this could have taught him a lesson. So if they would have wished everything to go back to how it was before the wish, then we go back to the car and she's like, do you like me? He goes, yes. And she's like, ew, gross, get out of here.
Yeah, I get it.
That's the end of the movie. And then everything's like awesome and fine. So that's the way the movie could have ended. But I don't know if people would have liked that ending. I think people wanted
I wanted Bear to pay.
Yeah. And he paid. He paid with his life.
The ultimate price.
The ultimate price.
Well, we need to wrap it up because we have 1 minute and 53 seconds on my free Zoom thing. But so there you go. You can I don't know, email us Mike at cadaverlab.com or hit either of us up on Facebook or on what's the other one that people use? Instagram.
On the Insta.
Go to corpsecollective.com. You can contact us there. Let us know what you thought. Tell us who went a little more Haiti, Creep on Backrooms or me on Bear.
And find out who went a little bit more Jamaica. Because you said Haiti.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, let me throw this up there. I liked these movies. I like both of these movies better than any other horror movies that are new horror movies that I've seen in the last few years.
I'll be honest with you. I've loved a ton of movies in the last few years. Loved a ton. That was okay. You know what we ought to do? Maybe we ought to come up with our top 10 of the last 5 years. And let's talk. And you hate everything though, so okay.
I don't hate everything. I just want things to just be.
All right.
Like, don't try to be fucking weirder than you have to be and make it make sense. Like, that's all I want. Just make it make sense.
You know what's not going to make sense? Is when this cuts off. So we got to go. Anyways, thanks again for listening. corpsecollected.com, YouTube /@MattWall. Get in with your reading and your writing and your artistry. And sorry, Matt will take you there. I call him Creep because I knew him at a time when it was different.
And don't be an incel.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, you're right.
Oh, yeah.
I hate that.
Fucking hate it.
All right. Thanks, guys. We'll catch you later.